we begin with that massive Microsoft technology outage around the world. Computer users were greeted with an error screen that some people have referred to as the Windows blue screen of death.
Microsoft's famous Windows system is now facing a major problem known as the blue screen of death, causing computers worldwide to crash and restart repeatedly. Could this be the start of a bigger issue that Microsoft doesn't want to reveal? Join us as we investigate the implications of this widespread problem and explore what it could mean for the future of the industries that rely on Microsoft. Blue screen problems affecting many industries. This isn't just a small annoyance. It's a serious issue that's affecting more than just personal computers at home. Large sectors like banks, media houses, and various online services in many countries are feeling the effects. Even AWS, a big name in cloud services, is facing significant issues. The disruption has gotten so bad that it's messing up airport operations, causing difficulties in banking systems, and even affecting government websites. Karthik Motra gives us more insight into what's happening. He describes the blue screen of death as a situation where your computer basically locks you out. You can't restart it yourself, nor can you force it to reset. Instead, you're stuck waiting for the computer to update itself, which can take a long time. This frustrating issue is being widely discussed by users on X, where people are sharing their experiences of being trapped on the blue screen, unable to proceed with any updates. This problem is not limited to personal use. It's affecting entire industries and is reported from places like the US, Australia, and even India. In India, for example, the impact is seen in the aviation sector, with airlines like Indigo and SpiceJet experiencing disruptions. But it's not just about Microsoft's Office 365. The trouble extends to their cloud service, Microsoft Azure. Azure is essential for running the cloud-based operations of countless businesses, from airlines and banks to retail giants. Both Azure and Amazon's AWS are critical to these operations, but with Azure facing such severe issues, many services are finding themselves in a bind. The situation is quite serious, and Microsoft is on top of it, trying to figure out what's going wrong. They haven't said for sure if it's a malware attack or a cyber attack causing the trouble. There's also some talk that this might be specifically related to Windows 10. Is this problem unique to that version? Or is it affecting more versions of Windows? The answer to this is still unclear as investigations continue. The trouble with Windows 10 seems to be linked to the Office 365 suite, which suggests that if you're using this version of Microsoft Office 365 on your computer, you might run into some issues. However, a bigger issue is affecting essential services around the world, such as banks, airlines, and retail stores. This significant problem is coming from the cloud services, which are failing regardless of the type of computer or the operating system version you are using. It's really important for Microsoft to dive into this issue quickly and provide an update to reassure everyone, from regular folks at home to big companies, about what's causing these disruptions. Right now, everyone is in the dark. Is it a cyber attack, a simple tech glitch, an issue with a recent update, or some malware at play? These unanswered questions are causing a lot of worry globally. Government websites are also suffering from this issue, and not just in one place in the US, but all around the world. We're seeing banking systems, airports, and government sites all grinding to a halt. This widespread disruption brings up concerns that there could be more to these failures than meets the eye, possibly even a deliberate act aimed at causing chaos. Looking at the situation, it doesn't just seem to be a minor tech hiccup. It appears there could be an intentional interference meant to stop systems from working correctly. The effects are global, impacting countries from the US to Australia and India, and based on what people are sharing on social media platforms like Twitter and X, it seems many other places are affected too. This global issue hints at a potential external attack on Microsoft's systems, impacting both Azure, their cloud platform, and Office 365. This whole situation really shows how much we all rely on Microsoft for everyday activities. From the updates on Twitter to posts on Reddit, like one from a user in Malaysia stating that 70% of the laptops are down, it's clear that the impact is massive and immediate. Flights are being grounded, and businesses across various sectors are unable to operate as usual. As these problems keep getting worse, we start to see how they are affecting daily life in different countries. Tech issues hitting global businesses. While it's premature to put exact numbers on the impact, it's clear that the disruption is especially severe in countries where Microsoft's technology is deeply integrated into daily life. In the US, Microsoft faces competition from Apple's iOS, but in places like India, Microsoft dominates. Most computers, whether in homes or businesses, run on Windows. This means that in India, for example, about 90 to 95% of computers used in retail and personal settings are altered. The dependency on Microsoft's systems makes the current situation not just a technical failure, but a major disruption that could have wide-reaching effects on the economy and day-to-day life. When government websites go down, it's not just about the site itself being unavailable. The real issue is about the services or tasks people need to complete using those sites. The ripple effects of these disruptions are vast and can complicate many aspects of daily life and business, making it difficult to put a price on the total impact. Turning to the business world, particularly those that rely on cloud computing, the importance of services like Microsoft Azure and Amazon Web Services, AWS, cannot be overstated. They are the top cloud platforms globally. If a problem occurs with one of these services, like what's currently happening with Azure, it can severely disrupt operations across various sectors. Banking might struggle with offline ATMs and non-functioning online banking services, and big business transactions could be put on hold. These business transactions are particularly critical, as they often involve large sums of money. A small change in interest rates, just 0.5 basis points, can lead to swings of millions of dollars in losses or gains. Right now, it's a challenge to determine how broad and deep the impact of these disruptions might be. Imagine the frustration of people who were in the middle of important financial transactions or other significant tasks when these issues started. Contributing to our understanding of this situation is Ahmed Daab, a cybersecurity expert. He's considering whether the problem is limited to Windows 10 or is a more widespread issue affecting more of Microsoft's infrastructure. Daab highlights how sectors like aviation have seen immediate problems, with flights grounded and banking systems brought to a halt. Daab emphasizes the significant economic impact of even minor disruptions in cloud services. There are reports of difficulties from every corner of the industry, including major airlines like Indigo and SpiceJet, as well as healthcare and logistics companies. Since Microsoft's systems are foundational to many businesses, the ongoing problems are not just causing logistical issues, but are also leading to substantial financial losses every second. Daab also brings up the possibility of a cyber attack. Considering Microsoft's usual robust security measures and their distributed network setup, a simple technical glitch would typically affect only a localized area or a specific data center. However, the global scale of the current problem suggests a more deliberate and organized cause. Daab speculates that it could be the work of an advanced persistent threat, APT group, or perhaps even a state-sponsored initiative. The complete details will likely only emerge after a thorough investigation. Given the vast scale of the problem, with about 70% of the global population experiencing the blue screen of death, we have to consider the capabilities of organizations that could orchestrate such a widespread attack on a major IT company like Microsoft. This situation forces us to reconsider how we view cyber threats. Normally, cyber attacks are classified into three types, focusing on breaches of confidentiality, integrity, or availability. The current crisis is a stark reminder of the importance of ensuring system availability, which is often overlooked when considering the spectrum of cyber threats. A disruption in availability, as we are seeing now, can lead to massive financial losses. This demonstrates that what might seem like a mere inconvenience or technical difficulty can have far-reaching and severe consequences. With companies and governments struggling, we need to think about what this means for our future technology. Importance of reliable cloud services in today's world. The ongoing disruptions underscore how dependent the modern world has become on reliable digital infrastructure. As businesses, governments, and individuals increasingly rely on cloud services for their operations, the stability of these services becomes crucial to their success and, by extension, the global economy. The scale of reliance on companies like Microsoft means that any significant downtime not only affects specific companies or sectors, but has the potential to impact economic activities across the globe. Reflecting on the broader implications, this crisis shows the vulnerability of our interconnected digital systems. It highlights the need for robust cybersecurity measures and the importance of swift and effective responses to potential threats. Companies must continuously evaluate and update their security protocols to defend against both known and emerging threats. Additionally, this situation serves as a call to action for enhancing international cooperation in cybersecurity efforts. As cyber threats become more sophisticated and potentially damaging, a coordinated global response becomes increasingly necessary. This recent event could really change the way companies and governments think about keeping their data safe and their systems running smoothly. It could push them to start using more advanced technologies, like artificial intelligence and machine learning, to foresee and prevent problems before they happen. It also highlights how important it is to have backup plans and alternative systems ready so that things can keep going even when unexpected issues pop up. As we deal with this crisis, it's becoming obvious that depending too much on just a few companies for essential services is risky. This situation could lead to more people asking for better variety and backups in cloud services, making sure that if one part fails, it doesn't cause problems everywhere. Also, this could spark new ideas in cloud technology, leading to the creation of stronger and safer systems that can handle different kinds of threats. The problems we're seeing with Microsoft's cloud services aren't just minor issues. They're big challenges that affect many industries all over the world. As we keep an eye on this situation and wait for more information from the investigations, it's really important for everyone involved to learn from what happened and to make their systems better prepared for any similar issues in the future. This moment could be a turning point in how we manage and protect our digital environments. The push for more advanced security measures might lead to wider use of technologies that can automatically detect and respond to security threats, making our systems smarter and more responsive. This kind of technology not only helps in immediately addressing potential disruptions, but also in predicting them before they even occur, allowing businesses and governments to act in a more proactive manner. Moreover, the emphasis on having strong contingency plans cannot be overstated. This situation shows that it's not enough to have a good primary system. You also need a reliable backup that can take over without a hitch. For many businesses, this could mean reevaluating their current disaster recovery strategies and possibly investing in more robust solutions that can ensure continuity of operations no matter the circumstances. The current crisis also sheds light on the importance of diversification in the provision of cloud services. Relying heavily on a single provider can leave businesses vulnerable to a domino effect if that provider experiences a failure. This might lead to an increased demand for cloud services that offer not only high reliability, but also the flexibility to switch or scale according to the situation. This could, in turn, drive competition among providers to offer more resilient services, ultimately benefiting the end users. As the industry moves forward, innovation will likely be at the forefront of cloud technology development. We might see new security features that are easier to implement and more integrated with other IT systems. These innovations could lead to safer, more efficient cloud environments that support the growing needs of businesses and enhance their ability to face digital challenges. While the issues with Microsoft's cloud services present immediate challenges, they also offer an opportunity for significant advancements in technology and strategy. This situation calls for a collective effort among all stakeholders to not only address the current problems, but also to rethink and reinforce their approach to digital infrastructure, ensuring a more secure and resilient future for everyone. During these tough times, let's look back at the people who created the technology we depend on today. Bill Gates' love for computers. Bill Gates was born on October 28, 1955, in Seattle, Washington. His dad, William H. Gates Sr., was a well-known lawyer, and his mom, Mary Maxwell Gates, served on the boards of several companies and charities. Gates has two sisters, an older one named Christiane and a younger one named Libby. Even as a young kid, Gates loved computers. At 13, he wrote his first computer program. He went to a private school called Lakeside School, where he met Paul Allen, who would later be his business partner. Their school had a computer, which was pretty rare back then. Gates and Allen used it to get better at programming. They even made a program that handled their school's payroll and started a small business called Trafo Data, which helped measure how much traffic was on the roads. In 1973, Gates went to Harvard University, but he left in 1975 without finishing his degree to start a new business with Allen. They believed personal computers were going to be big, so they decided to make software for them. They first wrote a programming language called BASIC for the Altair 8800, a very early personal computer. That same year, they started a company called Microsoft in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The name Microsoft comes from combining microcomputer and software. Their big break came when they made a deal with IBM to provide the operating system for IBM's first personal computer. This deal was a game changer because they also got to sell their operating system, called MS-DOS, to other companies. Microsoft grew quickly and made lots of software. One of their biggest hits was Windows, which was easy to use because it let people point and click with a mouse instead of typing commands. Windows became super popular, and by the mid-1980s, Gates was a billionaire. In 1986, Microsoft sold shares to the public, and Gates became the youngest billionaire who made his own fortune. Microsoft kept growing and adding new products like Microsoft Office, which included Word and Excel. In the early 1990s, almost everyone with a computer was using Windows, and Gates was leading a huge company. However, not everything was smooth. In the late 1990s, the US government said Microsoft was being unfair to other companies to keep control of the software market. They had to settle the case, which meant Microsoft had to change how it did some things. In the year 2000, Bill Gates decided to step down from his role as CEO of Microsoft, although he didn't leave the company entirely. Instead, he stayed on to guide new software development. Steve Ballmer, his longtime colleague, took over the CEO position. By 2006, Gates shifted his focus more towards philanthropy, reducing his involvement with Microsoft's day-to-day operations, and in 2008, he ceased working full-time at the company. Bill Gates married Melinda French in 1994. Together, they launched the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in 2000. This foundation is dedicated to improving global health, enhancing educational opportunities, and reducing poverty. It has become one of the largest private philanthropic organizations in the world, making significant contributions towards eradicating diseases and enhancing educational systems globally. In 2010, Gates, along with his friend and fellow billionaire Warren Buffett, initiated the Giving Pledge. This campaign encourages the wealthiest individuals worldwide to commit a majority of their wealth to charitable causes. Apart from his philanthropic efforts, Gates has been involved in founding companies that aim to develop sustainable energy solutions that do not harm the environment and to advance healthcare. In 2020, Gates took a step back from his intensive involvement in Microsoft to dedicate even more time to philanthropic activities. He has 3 children with Melinda, Jennifer, Rory, and Phoebe. Despite their decision to divorce in 2021, Bill and Melinda announced that they would continue to collaborate on their philanthropic endeavors. Throughout his career, Gates has received numerous accolades, including being knighted by Queen Elizabeth II in 2005 and receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2016. Although he has faced criticisms and disagreements over the years, his contributions to both the technology sector and global charity have had a profound impact on the world. Bill Gates's path from a software innovator to a philanthropist is a testament to how influential one individual can be in addressing some of the world's critical issues. His transition away from Microsoft allowed him to use his resources and influence to support health and education initiatives across the globe. The Foundation's efforts in funding vaccinations have been pivotal in decreasing the rates of life-threatening diseases such as polio and malaria. Moreover, the educational programs supported by his foundation have provided scholarships and resources, helping to enhance educational opportunities for underserved communities. These initiatives demonstrate how strategic philanthropic efforts can lead to substantial improvements in global health and education. Is this blue screen problem a simple glitch, or is there something more sinister at play? Tell us your thoughts and remember to like and subscribe for more updates.